Welcome back to the ANPS channel, students. Welcome to part 2 of Early Kingdom. Today, we will look on the taxation system and changes in agriculture from that part. But before getting into know these two topics, we have to recapitulate some of our previous knowledges. Like from previous session, we have got what is Janapada, famous Janapadas of that particular area. What is Mahajanapada? Through also the map portion. And what is Republic and monarchy on that time. Now we will move on to the taxation system. The king needed money to maintain a large armies and fortify their territories. Revenue was not collected from the people regularly, and agriculture was the main occupation, therefore the main source of income for king, along with the occasional gifts from the nobles and other kings. As the kingdom grew, the king further gifted as the same thing. Okay, so from here we have already knew that the king needed money to maintain the large armies and also to fortify the territories, and revenue was not collected from the people regularly. Agriculture was the main occupation and therefore the main source of income of the king, along with the occasional gifts from nobles or the other kings. So as well, the kingdom grew in the king further fortified his cities and strengthened his armies. He required regular flow of income, hence he started collecting taxes regularly from the third estate. Now where the third estate is coming from? Farmer, any laborers and craftsmen also. Craftsmen also, they are totally related to third estate. Okay, they are related to the third estates. Farmers, laborers and craftsmen. From them also the king taken the taxes or revenue. So from here the hence started collecting taxes regularly. The farmer had to give one-sixth of their produce as bhaga or share. This was the primary source of revenue, since most of the people during that time were farmers. Means if I'm saying about the whole population, then 10% belongs to the nobility and 80% belongs to the farmer category. Okay, so now here production of crops increased as the farmer had to efficient iron plough, and which could be used of large areas, and the farmers in this period also started transplantation. This means that they grew saplings in another place separately and then planted whenever they get ready, and people practicing other professions also had to pay taxes from of cash or service to the king. For examples, there are many examples are there, we have to look on it. How they paid taxes on that era during Mahajanapada, situated in Pataliputra, Bhajji and Magadha. Have a look here. People practicing different crafts such as being a weaver or a carpenter had to work for the king for specific amount of time from of tax. People who practice animal husbandry, means rearing animals through the meat purpose as well as the dairy product purpose. The animal husbandry related to dairy product wise and also rearing purpose and also producing meat. Okay. So from here we have seen that animal husbandry and the headers pay to the taxes to the form of animals and animal production. Means whenever they thought we have too much kettles in, around the area and we have to start head particular another thing and migrate one area or shift one area to different area, they have to pay taxes to the proper dynasty where they kind of migrate or going to be. Okay, so forest products were taxes for the people whose profession required them to go into the jungles, such as hunters, and the trade was also source of revenue, with the tax being collected from buying and selling of goods. Okay, so basically from here we have got the basic points where they kind of generating tax, the dynasty and the noble peoples where from they get taxes. Okay, so from first here people practicing different crafts, and weaver, carpenter had to work and king for specific amount of time, form of tax. Okay, now which persons, those who are pastoral nomad as well as they are rearing and also doing the animal husbandry on that particular era, they have to pay taxes for the animal purpose, dairy product, producing dairy product purpose, as well as shifting their total cattle headers on one place to another place. They have to pay taxes. Forest products were taxes for the people whose professions required them to go into the jungle, such as hunters. So it means hunters have to pay the taxes to the king. Trade was also a source of revenue. Tax being collected buying and selling goods, means through the exportation, through the three things like transportation. I just want to say that transportation, export and import. That three thing basis, okay, because that three things totally related to the trading thing. So trade was also source of revenue, with the tax being collected and buying and selling of goods. Okay. Okay, so apart from this, move on to changes in agriculture. Okay, we have seen Mahajanapadas people also and civilization on that era, they particularly practiced different techniques, like we have already seen that this types of thing like transplantation, that particular practicing happened, and what other kind of changes led to the place on that particular time, we have to look on it. Okay, so from here some major changes occurred in agriculture practices which resulted in better crop production, and using the iron plow allowed to hard soil to be plowed easily. Okay, it means we have to use modernized tool. Okay, they are using on that time particularly iron plow, and hence there was an increase in the production of crops, and farmers started practicing transplantation, again that practicing thing, transplantation, which meant instead of growing crops and feed by scattering seeds, the crops were grown separately and then planted as a sapling in the field. The increased productivity as crop grown using method and grew stronger, and hence most of the survived. The method was done with the help of landless agriculture and labor and slaves. Basically, the transplantation, that thing, totally done by the farmers, laborers and slaves, because whenever you did the transplanting thing, you first of all you have to collect or first of all you have to choose one particular place where the saplings are grown, and apart from that area, whenever you think that it's ready to grow in a normal field, you have to dig this particular saplings out or seedlings out to the another place and kind of go in a particular area, sow in a particular area. Okay, now next thing, trade. Okay, this period was known for improvement of in trade. This happened because money in form of silver and copper, punch marked coin. Before than that, in earlier cities we have seen that seals are used to the exchange mode on that time, but particularly in that time we have seen that money, okay, silver and copper, punched mark coins also on that time there and began to be used. And earlier barter system was prevalent, but now money came, but in exchange system, okay, money came into the circulation, and kings like Bimbisara of Magadha, he was a prosperous king on that time in Magad Empire, built roads and bridges to improve the trade, and land routes as well as sea routes were used to increase trade. The main articles trade were silk, muslin, perfumes as well as ivory. Okay, so from that particular thing we have got Bimbisar, one Maharaja name. We have seen that Bimbisar on that particular timing is a prosperous king of Magad Empire, right? And he just wanted to develop his city on that time. That's why he improved bridges, trade purposes, means he built a strong communication, transportation system as well as sea routes were used, increase of trade, and the main articles of trade were silk, muslin and perfumes and ivory. I just want to show you how the Bimbisar look like. Just have a look. This is Bimbisar. Okay, in 544 before Common Era, okay, or to 492 BC, we have seen that. This is King Bimbisara. Okay. Okay, move on to the topic. So up to that we have got from the main area taxation and changes in agriculture as well as trade also. Okay, some terms I have to discuss with all of you, that the important towns or the towns who carried on particular that era most prosperity or flourishness. Okay, villages become prosperous and slowly grow, become a towns. New towns also came up near trading centers, craftsmen, artisan traders formed groups to do work and the businesses. Some of the towns during this period were Ujjain, Vaishali, Ayodhya, Kaushambi and Champa. Okay, these are the main prosperous town of that Mahajanapada, proper Mahajanapada. I just want to show you in this map the particular places. Okay, so from that particular area we have seen particularly Magad Empire owned, only Magad Empire owned that particularly those of cities. Okay, which types of cities? Who were before, like Vaishali, Ujjain, Ayodhya. Now at present Ujjain is situated in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, at present Ujjain, I just want to say that Ujjain situated in Madhya Pradesh, MP. Okay. So in this part 2 video you have got few things from beyond also topic like taxation systems of early kingdom, who are allowed to pay the taxes. We can see it from here also. Those who pay taxes, hunter-gatherers, headers, the Raja and the Mahajanapada, craftsmen person, traders and farmers. Okay, means the 80% of people, those who are related to the other works, not in a nobility. Okay, they have to pay the taxes to the nobles. They have to pay taxes to the nobles or royalties. Okay, or royalties. Okay, they have to pay taxes, the royalties. Okay, now move on to the topic. We have seen the changes in agricultural method. They have been practicing transplantation thing. We have seen the trading thing. On that particular time, Maharaja Bimbisar, he basically used to think on that time, if I have to make a proper dynasty, then I have to develop transport and communication as per trade purpose, right? And we have also seen that towns from the Magad Empire as well as some of the Vajji Empire, Ujjain, Vaishali, Ayodhya, Kaushambi and Champa, from the proper village to the towns and Mahajanapada, how they form. Okay. Next day, I will discuss society and the Varna system and Magad Empire as well as Vajji Empire. Till then, see you soon. Stay safe. Thank you.